One of the questions we get a lot is, should I put money into my Roth 401k or into my regular 401k? And here's the thing. Right now, today, April of 2025, taxes are pretty darn low. We don't know what they'll be in 2026 or later. And sure, there are already some tax rates out there and different things that will go into effect in 2026, but we really don't know because at any point, Congress can change taxes. What we do know is right now, today in 2025, April of 2025, taxes are at historical low rates. So why does that matter when the question is, do I put money into my IRA? I mean, into my 401k or into the Roth 401k? Well, the whole thing that makes a difference is taxes. That's what this is all about. When you put money into your Roth 401k, you are paying taxes today, and then what's left over goes into that Roth 401k. It's the same thing with the Roth IRA. So that money goes in after you've already paid tax. So the idea is that when you pull money out later in retirement, you don't pay tax anymore. You choose to pay the taxes right now, today, at these low rates. So we don't know if those rates will continue being low through 2026 or beyond. We just don't know. And it's totally out of our control. But we do know today in 2025 that the tax rates are at historical lows. If you go back to the 1920s and look at the tax rates, these rates in 2025 are very, very low. So if you're thinking about putting money into your 401k as the regular pre-tax contribution or the after-tax Roth contribution, we often recommend, well, put some in each. Maybe you put half and half, and then you can get part of that as tax benefit by paying taxes right now, today, at today's low rates. But then you also get to reduce your income, your taxable income, because part of that money is going into the regular 401k, which is designed to reduce your taxable income now in 2025. So it's a little bit of a balancing act. It's also a little bit of a guessing game. But again, what we can count on is what tax rates are right now, today, in April of 2025. Not to say that they couldn't change in May of 2025, because that is certainly possible. They could make it retroactive to January of 2025. That is completely out of our control. But when you're thinking about making that Roth 401k contribution versus the regular 401k contribution, that's what you want to think about. The taxes today are at low rates, and maybe you should choose to pay some of those taxes instead of putting that money away tax-free and then paying taxes later. Now, there's a whole nother side of that conversation that gets to the compounding of interest, the earnings that are not taxed over the next 20, 30, or 40 years. Kind of gets to be an in-depth conversation, but think about it like this. If you have your choice and you could put money into the Roth 401k and the regular 401k, maybe think about putting some into each of those accounts, because you'll be happy you did later. I hope this helps.